about second chapter in 8th class. Lesson name Energy from the Sun. Introduction. The earth on which we live is full of diversity. While it is cool in the morning, it gets warmer during the day and gets cooler again in the night. Similarly, temperature varies from place to place on the earth. Some regions are warmer while some regions are so cold as they are covered by ice throughout the year. Children, observe this picture. This is sun. This is sun. This is our earth. This is our earth. Our earth shape is spherical. Our earth shape is spherical. Children, in this chapter we will study about various temperatures on our earth. Why? What are the reason for this? Observe sun's rays directly falls on equatorial regions. Sun's rays slightly tilted towards polar region. That's why equatorial regions getting highest temperature. Polar regions getting lowest temperature. Observe carefully this experiment. It is a sun. It is our earth. Sun is a one star. Earth is our planet. Here I am explaining sun's energy. Here equatorial regions are getting highest temperatures and polar regions are getting lowest temperatures. What is the children's equatorial regions are getting highest temperatures. Polar regions are getting lowest temperatures. Equatorial regions are their central part of earth and sun's rays directly falls on these equatorial regions. Sun's rays slightly falls towards polar regions. That's why what we understand here temperatures are varies from place to place, region to region on our earth. The earth on which we live is full of diversity. While it is cool in the morning, it gets warmer during the day and gets cooler again in the night. Similarly, temperature varies from place to place on the earth. Some regions are warmer while some regions are so cold as they are covered by ice throughout the year. Children, what we understand here? So diversity is there on our earth. Morning time is cool climate is there. Afternoon time highest temperature are there on our earth. Again evening time cool climate is there on our earth. That means temperatures are changing on our earth. Do you know seasons, children? Summer, winter, and rainy season. Think about this season. In summer season, highest temperatures are there in winter season. Lowest temperatures are there. These are diversity. Temperature difference between places also causes winds and rains. The amount of rain received at a place is to some extent determined by temperature differences between places. Children, winds and rains also affects temperature. For example, one place received rainfall and one place not received rainfall. Think, children, which place have highest temperature and which place low temperature. Easily we can say which place got rainfall, that place have low temperatures. Temperature and rainfall affect life in very critically ways. Plants and animals depend upon heat and water. Only certain kinds of trees and plants will grow in hot regions, and some other kinds will grow in cold regions. Nothing grows in very cold region. Thus we have variation in vegetation and animal life. Children, not only plants and animals, all lives on our earth, all are depends on heat and water. Without water and heat, lives will not survive on our earth. So all are depends on them. Here they said only certain kinds of trees and plants will grow in hot regions. For example, equatorial regions on our earth getting hot climate. In that place, which plants will survive in hot climate? Those plants only will grow in hot regions. At the same time, some plants will grow in cool climate. Example, polar regions. In that regions, only some places have plants. Lot of places didn't have any vegetation and animals also. Children, now we will discuss about the solar radiation. The solar radiation received on the surface of the earth is called insolation. While the sun rays fall at about 90 degrees on the equator, they fall slightly towards the poles. This is called the angle of incidence, or the angle at which the rays fall on the earth's surface. Now we will discuss about solar energy and sun's rays. The sun is the principal source of energy on the earth's surface. It is like a powerhouse which generates and gives out energy in the form of light and heat. This energy constantly emitted by the sun is known as solar radiation. When a body gives out energy, it is called radiation. The energy produced by the sun comes to us in the form of sun's rays. Some aspects of this energy we can see and feel, like light and heat. However, we also receive many other forms of energy like UV rays, radio waves, X-rays from the sun, which we can neither feel nor see. The energy radiated by the sun is more or less constant, with very little variation throughout the year and year after year. Then, what causes the changes in the temperature on the earth? The actual amount of solar energy received on the ground level is only a small portion of what reaches the earth's atmosphere. This is because about 1/3 of the solar energy is reflected back by the earth's atmosphere. Further, some portion of energy is scattered and absorbed in the higher reaches of the atmosphere. In fact, some of the harmful rays of sun, like the UV rays, don't reach the ground, and this has made life possible on the earth. Some amount of solar rays are also absorbed or reflected away by clouds and smoke or dust in atmosphere. Another topic, greenhouses. Greenhouse mean glass house. Interestingly, human societies have tried to grow crops everywhere by creating artificial environment for plants. Those we grown vegetables and fruits in very cold region by buildings. Greenhouses, those buildings with transparent roofs and walls, which allow heat to come in but not a escape. We create marshy environment for crops like paddy by irrigating the fields. Children, now we will discuss about land and water contrasts. The temperature distribution over land and oceans is much different and varying. Land is considered as good conductor of heat, whereas water bodies are different. While land gets heated and cooled quickly, oceans will take time to heat and cool. Children, what we understand here, temperatures distribution variations are there in the process of heating. Water takes more time to heat. Land takes less time to heat compared to water. That means land and water is much different and varying. Water is good conductor of heat. Okay పిల్లలు, while land gets heated and cooled quickly, అంటే ఇక్కడ భూభాగం అనేది తొందరగా వేడెక్కుతుంది, తొందరగా చల్లబడుతుంది. Oceans will take time to Children, we will now learn about heating of the atmosphere. The atmosphere or the air around us is not heated directly by the rays of the sun. In fact, it allows the rays to pass through without being heated by them. The sun rays first heat the earth's surface. This is turn beings to radiate heat which heats up the air around us. That is why it is warmer near the surface of the earth compared to higher reaches of the atmosphere. The sun rays first heat earth surface but not the atmosphere of the air around us. Actually, the atmosphere allow the rays to pass through without being heated by them. Children, another topic we will discuss about heat balance. The heat the earth receives from the sun is radiated back by the earth in different ways. As we saw, about 1/3 of it is immediately reflected back into the space. The rest heats up the earth surface, which in turn heats the atmosphere and eventually is radiated into the space. This complete radiation on the heat received from the sun is important. If the entire heat is not radiated back, then every day the amount of heat that remains will accumulate and it will become hotter and hotter. On the other hand, if the earth received less heat than it gave out in radiation, it would get cooler and cooler. Everywhere the land seems to be slightly undulating and sloping, resulting in the variations in the amount of solar energy received on the land. Some gases like carbon dioxide in the atmosphere increases due to increased use of diesel and petrol, cutting down of forest, etc. If the carbon dioxide proportion in the atmosphere increases, then less heat will be radiated, causing an increase in global temperatures. This result in what is called global warming. Global warming is the overall increase in the temperature of the earth. Just a small rise in temperature can have serious effects on climatic conditions and weather changes. A number of scientists have agreed that global warming is a serious. Children, now let us learn about the temperature of atmosphere. A thermometer is an object which is used to measure the hotness or coldness of a body temperature. Differs from place to place on earth, and in summer, winter, monsoon and other seasons. The table on screen shows the actual measured and guessed temperature values of a few things. Children, now let us learn high and low temperatures. Scientists have measured the highest and lowest temperatures recorded on the earth. The highest temperature is recorded at Ajijia in Libya, in Africa, which is 57.8 degrees centigrade in July 1922. And the lowest temperature is recorded in July 1983 at Vostok Station in the Antarctica of minus 89.2 degrees temperature. Temperature can be calculated in negative and positive centigrade. The temperature of normal human body 37 degrees centigrade. Do you know what it means for the temperature to be minus 5 degrees centigrade or minus 89 degrees centigrade? You already know that when water reaches a temperature around 100 degrees centigrade, it starts boiling, and at about 0 degree centigrade it freezes into ice. The minimum temperature below is minus 273.16 degrees centigrade. Temperature cannot go below this. When the temperature reaches below 0 degree centigrade, it is recorded in minus x degree centigrade. The temperature of normal human body 37 degrees centigrade. Children, do you know when we will use that thermometer? Yes, already you know. Doctors uses that thermometer. Children, we will discuss about moderate and extreme climates. Temperature in Panaji not change much throughout the year because it is on the seashore. It's difficult for the sun to heat up or cool down the sea. Since the sea doesn't get too hot or cold, the air above The sea also doesn't get too hot or cold. Therefore, places near the sea usually have temperatures that remain fairly constant throughout the year. They have what is known as a moderate climate. In contrast to this, Hyderabad is far away from the sea. There is no moderating influence of the sea in Hyderabad. In the summers, the ground temperature rises very high and this heats up the air. In winters, the ground temperature falls and the air is also cold. This is called an extreme climate. That is one with great differences between maximum and minimum temperatures. Children, we will discuss about height and temperature. At the peak of summer, some people go from the plains to hilly places such as Ooty or Simla to avoid the heat. Even in the summer months, the temperatures are low on high hills. The highest part of a mountain generally have the lowest temperatures. Temperature decreases with elevation height. Look at the graphs showing the average monthly temperatures of Delhi and Simla. You can see quite clearly that in each month of the year, the temperature of Simla is far lower than that of Delhi. Delhi is at an elevation height of about 200 meters above sea level, while Simla is at an elevation of about 2200 meters above sea level. Usually for every 1000 meters increase in elevation, the temperature falls by about 6 degrees centigrade. Children, I hope you all understand the concepts in this lesson. Please read the lesson thoroughly and collect some more information about various temperatures on our earth and causes, about global warming and also how to reduce global warming on our earth. Thank you, children. Take COVID precautions and stay home. Stay safe.